Hey there, fellow educators. Today, we're diving into something that sounds high-tech and complicated, but is actually a skill you might already be using. It's called prompt engineering, and no, it's not about setting up a prompt to get your coffee machine to start brewing at 6 a.m., though that would be nice. Prompt engineering is a way of crafting questions or directions to get specific, clear, and, let's hope, helpful answers. But let's break it down using a real-life school example. What is prompt engineering? Let's say you ask your class a simple question. What did you do over the weekend? You'll likely get a range of responses. From, I played video games, to, I went to grandma's, to, I kinda forgot what I did. Not quite what you had in mind, right? What we want is a clear, specific response. But, in order to get it, we need a better question. One that's carefully crafted to guide the students toward the kind of answer we're looking for. That's where prompt engineering comes in. Why use prompt engineering? Alright, here's why prompt engineering is a lifesaver. When we ask questions, our goal is usually to learn something specific, right? For instance, instead of asking, what did you do over the weekend? Imagine you ask, what's something you did this weekend that made you laugh? Now, you're much more likely to get stories you can actually work with. With this little tweak, you've led your students to think about something specific, personal, and, most likely, fun. A well-engineered prompt focuses responses, making them more valuable and easier to understand. How to do prompt engineering. Let's break it down. A good prompt needs three things: clarity, focus, and relevance. Step 1. Clarity. Start with clarity. If your prompt is confusing, you're going to get confused answers. For instance, tell me about your favorite thing is way too vague. Favorite what? Food? Class? Celebrity crush? Instead, if we say, tell me about your favorite book and why you love it, we're way more likely to get a good response because we've clarified the topic. Step 2. Focus. Next is focus. A great prompt doesn't just say, what did you learn today? Try asking something focused, like, what's one new fact you learned today that surprised you? By narrowing it down, you get answers that are actually meaningful. Step 3. Relevance. Finally, make it relevant. If your prompt doesn't connect with your students' experiences or interests, they're likely to check out. Instead of asking, what historical event did you find interesting? Try, if you could travel to any time in history, when would it be and why? Now, you're inviting them into the prompt by making it personal and relatable. Here's a quick example in action. If I want my students to get more engaged with technology, I might start with something vague, like, what do you think about computers? That's okay. But if I refine the prompt to, imagine your phone was your teacher for a day. How would it teach you? Suddenly, students are engaged, thinking creatively, and connecting with the prompt in a fun way. Remember, prompt engineering is all about making your questions clear, focused, and relevant. With just a little extra thought, you'll be surprised how much deeper you can take your students' learning. So next time you're about to ask a question in class, try a little prompt engineering. You'll get better answers, and your students might just surprise you with what they come up with. Happy teaching, and keep those questions sharp. Stay tuned for more on prompt engineering for teachers.